Welcome to NFT Shake episode 3. Today we're going to look at Solana NFT projects. That's what we do on this channel. I'm here with Dan. Say hello, Dan.
Hi everyone.
And so what we're going to do first up is look back at the previous NFT drops we looked at in previous episodes, things Dan's minted, and see how it's going, and then we'll look at one or two other bits. So Dan, this is YAKU Corp. Give us like a 2-sentence refresher on what YAKU Corp is and then what's happened in the last week.
Yeah, brief update on this one then. So we've got the bikes, you've got the capsules. The next mint, probably in the next 3 weeks, will be the avatars. You have to own the capsule and the bike to get whitelist for the avatars. It's a racing game in YAKUverse, which is taking shape quite nicely. You can see in the some of the capsules, you see an avatar running around. There's the bikes. The capsules look way cooler than any other metaverse apartments I've seen.
So it's basically a racing game. You buy the bike, then you can buy an apartment called a capsule, and they're going to drop the characters that you play at some point in the future, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So has anything happened this week, or are you just giving a quick refresher on?
Yeah, no, there is something happening. So it's pretty interesting. They're building another building. So building 1, YAKU Tower, is where the capsules are at the moment. And they're working on another building, a bit secretive at the moment, but they're saying it's for another NFT project. Rumours in the Discord are that it's for DeGods.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Those NFTs.
Whoever the project is, they're delighted with it. They haven't said what, but they're going to release it. And you take a look at DeGods.
Yeah.
God, I wish I got one of these.
Yeah, the price is
40, I think, 47.
Whoa. I wonder why that was so high.
So this is the rumor, but it's just a rumor, right? So we're not sure yet. It could be them. So that's really interesting. That potentially other NFT projects are moving into the YAKUverse. That's
bullish. Something that seems to have become a thing in the last few weeks. You've seen different NFT projects collaborating and merging. Like on Ethereum, you had the guys that own Bored Apes buying CryptoPunks and Meebits. Then you're seeing this collaboration. Then there was a series on Ethereum called Dower Darcells, who just did a collaboration with Colette, which was a really famous boutique in Paris. Like all these things are starting to work together and come together. So it makes, and it's a clever thing to do because you have two different communities that feed off each other potentially.
Exactly, I love it. And potentially there is kickback for the YAKU Tower 1 owners of the capsules. I've asked them in Discord and they haven't confirmed it, but what they have said is future land sales in the YAKUverse will go to the DAO who own the bikes and the capsules and probably the avatars. Whether these towers that are being built for other projects, there'll be a kickback, I don't know, but it's interesting.
Do you know what DeGods is? Like, what are they bringing to the table?
I'm not sure. I just missed them, and now I can't bring myself to look into it.
That's a lot of money, isn't it? That's a lot of money. I mean, the website looks kind of cool. I mean, it's got quite a cryptic message. A deflationary collection of degenerates, punks and misfits, gods of the metaverse and masters of our own universe, integrating with Dust Protocol. Do you know what Dust Protocol is?
I do not.
We're going to have to look into this. We'll update you on this next week. But this, again, just so much interesting, crazy stuff happening that's never happened before in human history. It's all happening here.
These were 6 about a month ago. And yeah,
I mean, the artwork's kind of cool, but
yeah, if you see one at 6 sold, I just think, like at the time I thought, no, I want to pick up bargains, and now it's 47. But yeah, so
you can't get every. All you need to do is be really right a handful of times, and then you never have to work again, basically. So
Well, yeah.
Can't be
have
right
some diamond hands, because if it was you bought it for 6 and then 2 days later it was 12, a lot of people would just sell, right?
Well, this is why you buy 3. The thing is, this looks interesting. Integrating with Dust Protocol. Like maybe they didn't announce that at the beginning, but that's worth looking at. Maybe that's kind of cool, and that's why it's gone up so much. I don't know. But it seems like it seems it's good to invest in stuff that has an interesting white paper, an interesting roadmap, has some kind of utility or is doing something different. It looks like this one might be, but we'll look into this and we'll update people on it next week and let all you guys know what that means.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so that's cool.
Right.
So they're doing a collab with them. Anything else on YAKU?
No, that's it. Let's move on.
On to Portals. What's the update on Portals?
Yeah,
if you give everyone like a 20-second reminder on what Portals is.
Okay, yeah. So Metaverse Play again. These have a building very similar to the YAKU Corp building. There's 3 tiers of Portal access keycards that you can own that gives you different size rooms, but these ones you can fully decorate with different pieces of furniture. The idea is you can perhaps run a business from these office virtual spaces.
So it's a fairly credible looking metaverse, basically.
I just love these guys. I just love how they're going about their business. So I'm invested.
So the floor is 53. This is for one of the big commercial spaces, basically, right?
No, that's the smallest one. So sorry, there's a separate tower now. We won't go into that now, but the main tower, building 1 in the Portals downtown, if you like. There's three types. The ivory, that's the smallest.
So this is $5,000 and then so this is the ridiculous.
Yeah. So like big Binance own one of these, FTX own one of these.
That's right, yeah.
So this is the news. Next week they open up downtown for the first time. So up until now you've only been allowed in your own room and that's it. That's all you see. Now downtown is opening, which means there's going to be, you can run your character around outside, see what they're building, and also access other people's rooms for the first time. So there's going to be like a directory.
Do they have to let you in, or?
Yeah.
You can just literally go in anywhere.
You add your room to the directory, and then announce what your business is, what the room is, what it does, what you can do there, and then people can then visit.
What if it's just like a dwelling?
Yeah.
Like someone's flat. Like anyone's welcome just to come in.
Yeah. If you don't register, then no one can access it. So you won't have people just running around your own room uninvited. But if you're in the directory and it's open, then you can do whatever you want. It can just be, you just have a party, this is what I envisage them being used for, is like say a company has a new product launch, they can decorate the building with stuff to do with that product, have videos running on it, have maybe 3D samples that you can pick up and maybe not pick up, but literally click and then spin around the models and stuff like that. So I think that people have like launch parties and things in here, and potentially bring artists for like live gigs and stuff like that.
So you're going to be hitting this presumably.
As soon as it's open, I can't wait.
So to get into this, do you have one of these? You've got an ivory card, right?
Yeah.
To get in, or you need a citizen card, or
to get access to downtown, you just need the citizen card. Yeah, and what are they at now?
5.5. So you've got the elite upper class card that gives you special privileges from birth. Maybe I'll get one of the plebs, working class, down and out, cheap cards, because I don't have 50 sol, and then below that, so it's a very, it's a society with different class layers. And then you've got the people below that who can't even get in at all, and they'll just have to make do with Fortnite or something, or the real world, which is terrible.
There's going to be more cards that don't give you a room. So the Genesis cards, you get a pod, you get a small
you do
room.
Get a pod with the Genesis card.
Yeah, and you can decorate it with NFTs, but I think the furniture and stuff is they're all the same in everyone. You can't move those around.
So that's about $500 current prices.
Yeah. But then there's going to be another card, which is just like a standard system card,
it's
like that.
Like you get a coffin to sleep in, basically.
Yeah, you get nothing.
You got to sleep on the streets. There's going to be a lot of homeless people in this metaverse. It's going to turn into California pretty quickly.
But I'm excited to see what people are doing with these rooms next week. And there's prizes for the best new businesses and best rooms and stuff. So
this is going to be fascinating. I've got no idea if 0 people are going to turn up, or if it's going to be swamped, or what people are going to do, if they're going to use it for a day and get fed up and never go there. I've got no idea.
Yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a downturn on it. Unless they keep developing all the time, then it will grow and grow, and that's the idea. But that we went into that more in the previous videos.
Well, do they? I know we're going off on a tangent here, but screw it. Do they have to develop? I mean, if it's just a place to just chat to interesting people that you may or may not have met before who are also into similar things to you, maybe that's enough. I mean, it's good if they do develop it, but
their intention is to have games. So you join and there's stuff going on all the time. So that's their intention. So I hope they still do that.
I think they should. I'm just saying, maybe just chat to like-minded NFT degenerates or other people or whatever you're into. Maybe just chatting to those people is enough, and then anything they put on top of that is awesome. Like, that makes it even more cool. But if that core offering of some kind of 3D chat room, which is basically what it is, if that really resonates with people, I think that's kind of the core of the idea, isn't it?
Yeah, the first one to really crack that, the first metaverse play that does that, where there's rooms where you can go get alpha on new NFT projects, and it's the only place you can get it.
It's just kind of more fun to do that in a 3D room than it is on Discord, but maybe more impractical. It's like a 3D Discord, I guess. We'll see where it goes. Anyway, we'll definitely update people on that. So you're going to be doing that. Is that this coming week?
That's coming up, this week. So by next Friday, we should be in downtown and finding out what's going on.
So what day is that?
They haven't announced it yet. Just said this week.
Okay, so on to the next tab. Panda dogs.
Right. Panda dogs. I am so excited by this. This is my favourite. I absolutely love it. Right. You need the brief overview.
This is me playing it now. This is the test game that I'm playing.
This is a little test. Yeah. So just cane around there for a minute. So you need a dog. If you've got a dog, you can play the game. You don't need a tank, but if you have your own tank, it's just a little bit cooler.
So dog's floor is 289 at the moment.
Yeah.
And tanks is 0.9. So it's not super. That's like $400 total.
Yeah, it's not out of the question. I appreciate it's a little bit expensive, but ultimately, I imagine they'll have like a renting scheme, so you can just you use someone else's dog and someone else's tank, and you play and you grind and you can earn. But the update is this week. It's Season 0 Part 2, where you can play to earn. So we spoke about this on a special last week, and I kind of missed the first Season 0 because I joined it like half a day late, and people were already thousands.
Oh, hold on. Oh, your sound's cutting in and out. Is your microphone plugged in?
Yep.
It's not loose on the connector or something.
No, still there.
Okay, it sounds okay at the moment. I think you might have a loose connection. Keep going. Keep going. I'll let you know if it cuts out again.
Cool. So I kind of missed Season 0, Part 1. People were grinding like literally 15 hours a day for this five-day event, and they were. I think first prize was like 20 soul or something.
Do you think people were doing this because they want to make the money, or did they love the game, or a bit of both, or do you have any idea?
Definitely, well, the money for sure, but it is a great game. It's so addictive. I've been playing it for hours. But this time, starting today is Season 0 Part 2. But they've changed it slightly, so you can't just grind for 15 hours and definitely win. You only get to play 25 games per day, per 24-hour period.
How long does a game last normally?
3 minutes.
Okay.
And it's player versus player, so you get dropped in teams of 3, random teams, and orange team versus blue team. Shoot them up. So you've got your little tank here. So here you go. You're gonna shoot this guy. Just click to shoot. There you go. So it's this, but you're racing around a map. You can pick up different weapons, pick up health packs. The tanks are all different, right? So you've got fast ones, slow ones with greater range, 3 bullets, single bullets, heavier armor, so you've got more energy. It's so addictive.
So how do NFTs fit into this? I know we briefly...
Right, so you need a dog to play it, and then the tanks were airdropped to dog owners. So I managed to get one airdropped to me. I just owned one dog at the time. And the tanks are in 3 parts. So the idea is you can buy Panzer or earn Panzer by playing the game. That's their token, Panzer, and then you can upgrade your tank. You can buy a better turret, a more nimble tracks or something like that.
So it's kind of pay to win. I know we talk about this every time, but
I'm gonna test that out because I bought a fat tank.
Well, why would anyone buy a more expensive NFT if it didn't give you an advantage?
Yeah, it has to, right? But then I still think they have to develop the game in a way that allows someone to still have a chance of winning, even though they haven't got the best tank. So it's a highly skilled game. So I played a couple of games last night with my new fat tank, and
your new what? Fat tank. Fat
tank, yeah. It's like ranked 40th out of like 5,000 or something. And it's got like a ton of energy. It's like I've got like 1,500 energy where everyone else has like 1,000. So it takes another 50% to kill me. So that's a bit of an advantage, right? It is a bit slower because it's fatter, it's heavier.
So that sounds more like a trade-off. So you've lost something as well, potentially.
Yeah, and each tank has different speeds and different attributes, like a faster boost and stuff. So I'm going to test it out. I have high hopes for my my new ranked 40 tank, and I'm gonna try it every day for the next 5 days. Gonna play it 25 games, and first place is like 15 soul or something like that. Top 20 pays basically.
Do you have to pay to enter?
No.
So presumably this money's coming from NFT sales, basically.
Yeah, all coming from yeah.
Great. Okay.
But this is early, like basically testing. It's season 0. It's not even series. It's season 1. So I think you're in a map here. This is the first. This is like one of the maps.
I'm not actually hitting anyone there, which is okay. So you'd recommend. So the good thing about this is it's a play to earn game that's actually good.
Yeah, and live. You can do it. So it starts. It started 50 minutes ago. But I've got 24 hours to play 25 games, so I'll probably do that a little bit later and some tomorrow.
Now I'm getting addicted to it. I don't have an NFT though, so do you know how I'm playing?
Yeah, because this is just full demo, so
okay,
you won't.
This is just bots.
You can play it. Yeah, you just get the bots. Yeah, exactly. But you could. It says you just need a dog to play. So I presume it gives you like a loner tank. But I don't know what that would be. I got my airdropped tank, so I've always used that.
I'm going to go to a different tab, otherwise I'm just going to keep playing.
Yeah, cool. Right, Ops.
Right, now this is something, we've just done a video on the Famous Foxes token marketplace, which lets you buy whitelist tokens. Check that one out. That will be coming out this week, maybe on Wednesday in a few days. If you want to know how to buy whitelist tokens so you can mint lots of a project and make money flipping them ideally, and maybe cream off the best ones for yourself because you want to play the game, which is what we also want to do. So this is Ops. This minted in the last week. Tell us your experience now.
Yeah, so we smashed it on this. They gave away 3,000 whitelist tokens to 1,000 people in their Discord, and those 1,000 people sold them on Famous Fox.
Which, funnily enough, you mentioned this in their Discord, and they're like, "What do you mean people are selling the whitelist tokens?"
Yeah,
so they didn't even know about it, right?
Yeah, so I went to Discord to ask one of the mods what the address is for the whitelist token. And he said, why? And I was like, because I want to buy one. He said, you can't buy them. And I said, yeah, I can. I can buy them on FFF. And he was like, what's FFF? I'm like, Famous Fox Federation. How do you not know this? You're in the NFT world. And then he went quiet. And then someone else posted the address. But it was just a comment from someone else. I didn't trust it. And then later on, one of the devs put an announcement out that said, like, here's the official token. It was the same one that someone commented. But I never would trust them. I trusted the one from the devs, and they said they don't expect people to sell them. But I don't see how they can expect that, because they gave away 3 to each person, and if that person doesn't have 1.5 Solana to mint 3 tokens, they're going to sell one. So that's what people did.
Would it be bad for the project to sell them? I mean, if they're not going to mint them anyway, they might sell it to someone else who does mint, so that the project's going to make more money. So
yeah, exactly.
But I suppose the theory would then be that when that mints over, maybe that other person would mint one of the more expensive ones later if it's more expensive.
Yeah, and also it's kind of, they saw it as a bit of a slight to them, right? It's a reward for being there early and supporting them early on to get this whitelist, so you can mint it and probably make some more money selling it on secondary marketplaces afterwards. But I think a lot
not
of
everyone
people
has. I mean, a lot of people in the NFT space are in lower wage countries and they're grinding out, and a few dollars to them is a lot of money.
Exactly.
And they can't spend $150 minting 3 items, which is fine. I think people want to sell stuff. It's a free market. Let the free market decide, is my attitude on most things.
Yeah, I agree, and it's all relative, right? And I love this part about the whitelist tokens. So someone in a developing country can grind on Discord. They get their 3 whitelist tokens. They sell them to me for $10 each. I'm thrilled that I've got a $10 whitelist token for a $50 mint or $44 mint that I'm probably going to sell for $150 or something or more. And the person who grinded it has got $30, and they're over the moon.
Yeah, so in a lot of developing countries, $30 is a big multiple of the average wage, even, or what a lot of people earn. So I think everyone's a winner here. If you stop them selling the whitelist token, that person who's been grinding gets nothing because they can't afford to, or they don't want to mint.
It's a great ecosystem, the whole thing. And then eventually, that person who's selling their $30 whitelist tokens has enough to mint a few projects, and then they make more money, and then they're making money. That's amazing.
Can't beat the free market. It destroys many problems all over the place. It's a good thing. And no one's forced to take part in anything. People do this of their own free will. So we think this marketplace is good. Hopefully, NFT drops don't somehow try to block Famous Fox's token marketplace, but we'll see what happens. For now, it's a really good system, I think. So
I don't see people blocking it. I just think the people who are building, guys like you and I, love the free market. This is what it's all about, decentralized, right? They want everyone to be involved. As soon as drops start trying to dictate this kind of stuff, I lose interest in that project.
Yeah, being open and free and let people do what they want, I think is good.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
how many Metaverse did you mint in the end?
I mean, 30.
Degeneracy, pure degeneracy.
So I was buying. I bought the whitelist tokens so cheap. I thought I'm just going to buy 30 of them because I know they're going to go up.
They're 0.5 each.
I got some for 0.02, so like $2.
Oh, hold on. The whitelist tokens.
Sorry.
Yeah, the actual minting was 0.5.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
So you spent about $1,500 minting 30 of them.
15 sol plus about another half a sol on whitelist tokens, which is an absolute bargain. I mean, I'm looking at it. I could have gone more. I set myself at about 20, so I got my 20, and then I got
2 now, so they're already up more than double.
2.5x. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I can sell the lot right now for floor, and I make 45 Solana minus fees, 40 Solana. That would be a 25 Solana profit in a few days.
$2,500.
That would be great. But I'm feeling a little greedy, and I'm going to hold out a little longer.
I implore you to just flip some.
Okay.
I flipped half of mine. I only got 4. I flipped 2. Now I'm free rolling. I kept the best ones. I'm going to see what happens. I've been burnt too many times. But this looks good. It's on Fractal, which is the Fractal is quite selective about who they pick. They say they're doxed and verified. The game is real. It's ready to go. So the risk of a rug here is pretty much close to zero.
It's minimal.
It could still, like, maybe the game sucks when you play it and no one wants to play it and everyone sells them and it goes to 0 or goes to like 0.1 or something. That's possible.
Yeah, but
doesn't seem that likely.
Discord, so I'm talking to Discord every day, asking random people, have you played the game? Because my laptop's broken, so I can't play it until next week. My laptop's back, but I've been asking people what the game's like, and they say it's fun and it's good. It needs development still, but it's
just like a classic first-person shooter, isn't it? Which we can see here in the video.
Yeah. So we've also got the bunker drop. I don't know if that's going to be airdropped or you'll have to mint it, but the enticement of another, you're getting 30 bunkers and maybe
That's how they
getting.
get you.
So first of all, minting these was so much fun. Right, 50 Sol, $44. Okay, that might be a lot of money to a lot of people, but it was
$44.
Sorry, say again.
$44.
Well, Solana was 88 at the time when I was minting them.
Oh, $44 each.
Half a Sol for one, yeah. So it was so exciting, like minting 3 at a time, 5 at a time.
Because it's the variable. Apparently, humans are wired to. They've done an experiment with monkeys where if you give a monkey some kind of feeder that always gives them food, they'll go to it like 8 times a day. If you give them one that sometimes gives them food, but not always, they'll go to it like 800 times a day. Just because there's that uncertainty of you don't know what you're going to get, and sometimes you get something good. It just triggers something in the brain. That's why minting is so fun, because you could get something that's worth a lot, or just not worth very much.
Yeah. So we'll come on to that on Psyker on the other minute about. I've got an interesting point on that, but this was so much fun. Just minting these this week. Because sometimes when you just mint one and you get a common, it's kind of like, shit. But when you got 30 of them and you're minting, I've got a common, an uncommon, a rare, an epic, and it's just so much fun.
Did you mint them all at once, or did you kind of go through? Did you select 30 on the drop down?
No, you can only, I think, 5 at a time.
That's because normal people don't mint more than 5 down.
Yeah. I did them in a few. I had to mint some as soon as I possibly could, so I minted like 10, and then I went and like made dinner or something, and then came back and then sat and like really enjoyed it and like did them like 2 at a time and checked them and stuff, and just really enjoyed doing it.
It's like the lottery or scratch cards, except you actually win.
Yeah, because you win something, you're guaranteed something, even if it's like common, but you get like epic stuff is. I mean, epic was the best I got. There's legendary and mythic, but I didn't get any.
Yeah, I got a couple of epic. Really oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you the story. I went onto the MetaOps Discord, and I said to them, "Oh, I just sold a MetaOps. This is just after the mint finished. Oh, I just sold one on Discord, and I sold it for 1.4, but I only got like 1.15. I now know that's because of the royalty fee and because of the marketplace fee. But what they said to me was, you can't buy it on Magic Eden. That's not going live for 2 more weeks. I was like, what? Here's the link. Then he went away for 5 minutes and he's like, right, they've just broken their. I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to say anyway. Magic Eden's just broken their contract. This wasn't supposed to go live for 2 weeks. And MetaOps and Magic Eden is. I think we've got it here. Yeah, it's just as soon as the mint stopped, it was on there. Live, ready to go. I sold something on it almost immediately. So I don't know what politics is going on there, but
I'm such a DJ. I've just seen there's one for 1.1.
That is. Should I? I'm quite tempted.
Should I buy it?
That's well below the second highest one.
Yeah.
So
it's a paper hand right there.
But it makes sense for Magic Eden to put stuff on as quickly as possible because they're going to be getting royalties from when the collection's still hot. I wonder why MetaOps didn't want to be on Magic Eden straight away. Did they want to focus attention on Fractal?
Had a deal with Fractal.
They get a bigger percentage on Fractal, maybe.
Probably just Fractal negotiated it into the terms. I would imagine, guessing, but.
Oh, because it's a launch pad. Yeah, but why would MetaOps wouldn't care? Because it wasn't their fault that Magic Eden listed it. I guess that just nobody can stop Magic Eden, right?
If they had to deal with Fractal for the exclusivity for 2 weeks, and then they've broken it by giving the data to Magic Eden. Magic Eden shouldn't have done it.
Well, did they have to give any data to Magic Eden?
Don't know if they can. I don't know how that works.
It would have probably been easier, but people are just listing their NFT on there, and I think all the data is on the blockchain. So it's just individuals saying, having a free market. Just I want to sell this, I want to buy it, give it to me. Okay, I mean, can you or should you be able to stop that?
Yeah, true. It's like we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
But yeah, interesting point. So anything else on MetaOps?
No, that's the update. So we'll keep tabs on this, give updates each week. But because we wanted to share what we'd minted and how we did it, it was cool. So yeah,
that went really well. Made quite a lot of money on that one, with the whole whitelist trick, so that was good. Psyker didn't make as much on this.
No, so this minted basically the same time as Ops.
And this is like a player versus player fighting E3D. I think it's kind of a turn-based thing, right? Or is it more like Street Fighter?
No, more like Tekken.
Okay.
Street 3D
Real
fighting.
time.
Yeah. So, what's the floor on this right now? It minted for 0.5.
0.36. So not terrible, but it's below floor.
I don't think people really know what they're getting here. So, yeah, like I said, it's a 3D one-on-one fighting game. Your character is an NFT. But this is the kind of weird thing that you haven't got the character yet. You've just got these key cards, and the key cards are 5 different attributes. If you click on one, you've got these 5 attributes. You've got your weapon, your headgear, your armor, your chest, and I think, what's the bottom one? Legs?
Yeah, now a cynical person would say they didn't have enough money to make the characters, so they just made a key card. They're going to get the soul, and then they're going to use the soul to make the characters later.
Yeah.
I guess that's fine.
Maybe. Yeah,
but we don't know what the characters will look like. I mean, there's a few in the... if I go back to the main screen, there's a character here that has something that looks like a lightsaber, and it's called something Skywalker. That's Metawana.
Oh,
sorry, that was Metawana. You're right.
Yeah. Very similar though. Very similar.
Yeah, that was more of a turn-based.
That one's turn-based. Yeah,
that's what I'm confusing.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll review that next week. So this is Psyker, and the interesting thing with this is what they're saying is the key card gives you access to the Solana City is what they're calling it, and
Solana City.
Yeah, Solana City. So they say the 5 different attributes are actually 5 NFTs. So you can build your own character. So you can mix and match. So if you might have a common key card, but quite a rare weapon, and that when they break this up into 5 NFTs, you should be able to sell that rare weapon. So that would your key card might be worth more than you think, basically.
Well, they're actually going to break it into 5 separate NFTs.
Yeah, but whether that's going to be for sale on Fractal and Magic Eden, I'm not sure, because they're building a marketplace within Psyker itself. So
this sounds like a lot of work for their developers to be doing. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know how far they are ahead. There's a video on this with Justin Can at Fractal, so you can see on there it's verified, fully doxed. It's got the proof of Justin, which is basically him putting his name to it. It means he's done a video on it.
Justin, basically. That is the Justin who started Justin TV, which became Twitch. For people
exactly.
Who don't know.
So let's have a quick look at this. If we go to the next tab, we can maybe
not this video.
No. Go to the next tab and
browser tab.
Yeah,
this one. Yeah.
So we'll have a look at the website, and there's a video on here. So a couple of characters here. So you can see they've got the headgear, the eyes. Is that one? Oh no, I can't remember the 5 different attributes.
They've got some weird eyes thing going on.
So it's the face, the armor, the weapon, the legs, and the arms. So 5. So you just scroll down a little bit. We've got a video of some of the maybe not gameplay, but yeah, it's a trailer. I do think this is going to take a while for this to come out. Maybe why?
Yeah, this is why having a game that's ready to play right now is such a big deal, because this could never come out.
Yeah, possibly. But the fact is that Justin has backed it makes me feel like
it's way less likely that would happen. But even legitimate stuff gets caught in development hell, and maybe it'll take them 3 years because they want to start again, or this doesn't work, or that gameplay mechanic needs. It could take a while. But it's not going to be we're running off and going to live in Thailand with all the cash. Like that's.
Oh, here you go.
We're pretty sure that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So what have we got? The headgear, the weapon, the chest, the arms, and the legs. Right. So this is the interesting thing, right? There's no character there. There's going to be 4 different characters, I think, in the game, or 4 different species, if you like. So something else has to change here, because the key card just gives you the weapons, if you like, and the headgear, the chest, the arms, and the legs. What about the character?
5 unknown items. What, are you the sum of your parts then, or?
I don't know. So, but if you scroll down a bit more, there's like it lists like 5 different species. Keep going. We'll maybe come back to the video in a minute. Yes, that's just a key. That's just a key card. It's kind of like this access card. Actually, it might be on the white paper that we'll look at in a minute. Yeah, I think it's on the white paper actually. So they've got a bunker. No, not bunker drop. A hideout, and that's like that. That will be minted. You have to have the key card to mint the hideout, and the hideout will be where you can store your 5 NFTs that you've got from your token, potentially stake them.
So you have to have a hideout to have those NFTs, or you just display them or something?
You. This is where it gets a bit confusing and it's not clear, right? So you can have your 5 items, but there is no character there yet. So I think you're going to need a character at some point, or maybe you can play with your key card. It's going to be free to play as well, by the way, free to play and play to earn. But so you'll be able to play with just pick a character, play the game.
But you have to have an NFT to play.
You have to have an NFT to earn. So anyone could come and play it with like probably random characters. It'll be its own game in its own right that people can just play and get good at. But the idea is you own the NFT, and if you own the NFT, then you can earn.
The weird thing about this is like one-on-one 3D or fighting games generally always seem to be done on games consoles for some reason, because I guess they work better on a gaming controller. Like PC gaming is good for lots of stuff, but it's relatively unusual to play this kind of game on a PC. I guess you could just use a console controller.
Yeah, so they've said that they made a big deal out of this, and this might be why, that all the moves can be made with button presses. So there's no
you don't need
twirling.
a stick or anything.
Yeah, you don't need that analog stick to. Is that what it's called? Analog stick? Oh, I forgot.
Well, there's an analog stick and a digital stick, right?
The
thumbstick.
The thumb. Yeah, you don't need that to perform moves in the game. Everything's button presses.
So you can just play it on a browser on your computer then, if you have to.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be interesting. Anything else to add on Psyker?
Yeah, just have a quick look at the white paper.
So a white paper, for people who don't know, is when there's a new cryptocurrency or a token or an NFT series, the white paper just explains what it is, how it's going to work, and if there's any kind of token mechanics, tokenomics, what they're going to launch when, if there'll be future NFT drops and things like that.
And generally, this is a good sign. If it's got a decent white paper, and this is a very detailed,
technically
well-written,
blue paper. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So
that is blue, isn't it? I can't tell if it's blue or black.
I think, not sure.
I'm going to call it a blue paper. But,
yeah. So this is well written, and it's high quality, well put together. These good signs for the long term bullishness of this game. So they're calling it kind of like a cyberpunk city, Soul City. And just stop there for a sec so we can just.
It does actually look quite cool. Now I've seen a little bit of the artwork.
Yeah, so F2P, so free to play and play to earn, and NFT, play to play market. So that's what I expect them to. But you buy NFTs in the game with their token. They might be trying to have their own marketplace for their own game. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We'll see.
Well, so just on the play to earn, like for play to earn to work, people that play it who own an NFT get money basically, or they get either their own token or they get Solana for playing, right?
Yeah.
That money comes from NFT sale royalties, presumably. Mm-hmm. So if people stop buying and selling the NFTs, then the amount you can earn will go down. Presumably the amount you earn is in line with the amount of royalties that were made that week, and then they distribute, say, half of that. So you're not going to earn very much if no one's buying and selling the NFTs. That's the basic economics of it, I guess.
Yeah, it has to be its own ecosystem. So they'll have their own token, and they'll let you stake the token so they can keep liquidity.
But the value has to come from somewhere. They can't just create value out of nowhere. They can't say, here's our token, it's worth $1 million a token.
Yeah,
it's only worth that because there's actual real value involved somewhere.
I think if the game has to be playable, people have to want to play it, and if they play it and they earn on the side, amazing. But as soon as people stop playing it, the money dries up, right?
Exactly. So, and we have no idea. They haven't released any gameplay footage, really. It's just some mock-ups. So, who knows?
But yeah, just thought it worth scrolling through this in case there's things to.
It has potential, but none of it's proven yet, basically.
Yeah. So I was my theory with this was use the same technique as MetaOps. Bought whitelist tokens from Famous Fox, got some through Fractal as well, and then minted. And my idea was I minted 15, and I was hoping I could sell 5, clear my profits, and then free roll, and then just sell off 1s and 2s here and there when I need liquidity or when I thought it was a good price. But it gone under mint price.
Well, yeah, this is the risk. Like if you delay like that, if this project goes to close to zero, and you didn't take profits early, then that's a risk you're taking, right? So
yeah. So I think there's a lot to come from this yet. I think having this key card is going to be worth it. But I will be, when it gets to floor of 1, I'll probably be shipping a couple.
Yeah, just always worth covering costs.
Bit of protection.
But it's I don't know. Maybe we'll do a video on this in the future. We really like Fractal. It seems like a solid marketplace. They vet the projects on there, so you're very unlikely to get rogged on any project on Fractal. And there's a good chance, at least a reasonable percentage of them are going to be. If any NFT based games are going to be a hit, some of the ones on Fractal are going to be a hit.
That's our theory.
That's our thesis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else in this white paper?
No, that's enough for now. We can follow up on this next week. We'll have another. We'll know a little more next week.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. So say goodbye, Dan.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, and we're here to help you make money in Solana NFTs. Get the cool stuff, play the cool games, and stay up to date with what's happening. And we'll have another update video coming out sometime this week on the Famous Foxes marketplace and how you buy and sell whitelist tokens on there. And then we'll have another weekly show next Friday. So I will see you guys in the metaverse.